Hi and welcome to the Art of Tarot. My name is Stephanie and this is a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars for February 2021. Welcome to the ones who are new. I just want to say in the beginning how these readings work really quick. So I work with Western astrology, I work with the tarot, and I did this reading in German earlier. That's why the cards are already out. I also have a German speaking channel, so you can follow that if you are interested, if you're a German speaker. And I will talk about general energies in the beginning of the reading while I talk a little bit about the astrology, and I will talk about you and the other person, love situation and love interest in the second part of the reading. And then in the end I will end the reading with some charms that I throw on to the cards, and that's the extra from the German reading. So I didn't do that in the German reading, that's what I only do in the English reading. All right, so King of Wands, Ace of Wands and the Hanged Man. It's interesting, I did switch up the cards in the German reading. I will read them like that because for you the message I think it's a little different. The sun is moving into your sign. Very important here. Also with the Ace of Wands, I feel like that's an indication for fire energy, sun energy as well. On the 18th, the sun is moving into your sign and you might feel a new initiation of life force, life energy, maybe also a new will into a certain direction where you felt like maybe in the past that was not so much the case. I think you're carrying this little bit of a life force blockage with you into the month. I have to say we have a Mercury retrograde, so that makes a lot of sense, that we feel a little blocked and that we feel like we have to go inwards. I think for you here it's a lot about figuring out what is my healthy ego telling me and what is my not so healthy ego telling me. So where do I maybe want too much? Where do I feel like this makes no sense that I want this so much? Where do I feel like why is it so if you feel like something is really hard to get, then there might be some indication of your ego playing tricks on you. You know, it's not that you're not allowed to want it, it's more like the force and the right amount of in which way to go after it is often not super balanced. When the King of Wands is in reverse, also wanting everything all at once or wanting too much because of really some hurt ego issues here. I think this is gonna be a balancing act this month when you come into February for you, but I see you're balancing it out and understanding the real life force and energy forward, also getting you out of this blockage by the end of the month with the Hanged Man in reverse. So I love to see that. And you really understanding that you needed the spiritual insight, that you also needed those circumstances that felt like they were holding you back to actually gain that clarity, to actually gain that new consciousness, to actually gain that spiritual awareness also, which is the Hanged Man. It's very much about spiritual awareness. Speaking of spiritual awareness, this Aquarius stuff going on this month is just bonkers. I mean, like the last month and this month, it's just, we have a new moon in Aquarius now with a Mercury retrograde in Aquarius at the same time, while all these planets hanging out in Aquarius that initiated the new age of like hundreds of years that is coming up with new consciousness. I don't know if you're I'm pretty sure Pisces is feeling it, with downloads from the above, understandings, new information, seeing connections, seeing new synapses building in your brain. That's all the Aquarius action going on right now, and the planet action in Aquarius. So again, we have an emphasis on starting a new cycle with the 11th and the new moon in Aquarius on the 11th, with gaining insight at the same time from the past and taking knowledge from the past with us into this new age, but just the stuff that we do actually need. clean it up, you know. I love this. This came out as an advice card, overall advice card. So we can really declutter when it comes to consciousness and be like, okay, this is what I need, this is what I'm gonna leave behind, and this is what I can use also from the past. And Mercury retrograde really asks us to look, to revisit old cycles, to revisit old information, and to gain knowledge from that, and therefore work ourselves into a new situation. Here with the Hangman in reverse, stepping out of some sort of imprisonment or stepping out of some sort of situation that didn't allow us to move forward. So when it comes to love and love relationships, we have the High Priestess here for you, so you are very much in tune and understanding of what's going on here. I think you're, even though it's maybe not outspoken and you are not showing all your cards, which I think is very smart in this situation in particular, you do understand on a deeper level what's going on here. I think there is a lot of passion, there's a lot of sexual energy, there's a lot of passionate energy. This person has player type energy, definitely. The problem with the King of Wands in reverse is it's even a little tougher than a Knight of Wands in reverse, because with the Knight of Wands you kind of like feel the playerish element. You're like, oh, this guy is just all fun, or this person, this woman, it doesn't have to be man or woman. You can tell that there is this energy of all fun and no commitment. With a king, it's often difficult to tell, and they might want to present themselves as very mature while they are not, and that's very dangerous. So be aware of that. I think you are. I think you're seeing it for what it is. Still, you're also very drawn to it, I think, sexually. This person might, there is some toxic ego shit going on with this person, to be honest with you. They have the Ace of Wands in reverse here. You have the Ace of Wands upright, and there's the King of Wands in reverse. I do think they do not have a very stable foundation right now, and they are very much in their head about that. They are working on it, but maybe they don't want to trouble you with that, or they are smart enough to know that this is not a good foundation to build something on. So they're non-committal, I think. This is a non-committal person. Emotionally unavailable, whatever you want to call it, but I think it's more like a very non-committal energy, because there is no actual grounding here. With the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Pentacles came out in this weird, like, wobbly situation. They don't want to, I think they don't want to show this to you, but you can sense it, and therefore there is a very uneven give and take. And I think you might be in a breadcrumbing situation. The Eight of Pentacles is one of my breadcrumbing cards, and there's not much stability offered, and there's not much profound offers coming your way from this person. So I mean, if that's something you want to do, you know, if you want to have fun, then go for it. But this person might even have problems in the bedroom. I just tell you that much, because this kind of situation with no stable foundation very often, especially if it's a male identifying person with functioning biological assets. Is that something you can say? It's hard, that language, to learn that, but I'm on it. I'm not complaining. I'm very willing to learn that language. Yeah, so they might not be able to get it up, period, whatever their gender is. But if they have male genitalia, there might be problems with that. Also, if it's a woman, you know, there might be problems in the bedroom. I don't know. It really depends on what you expect from that person. It's a Mercury retrograde, so it can very well be a cycle repeated from the past, a person from the past. I mean, the advice card is like, clean it up, you know, let go of what you don't need, what feels like it's cluttering your mind, cluttering your thoughts, cluttering your emotions, cluttering your whole system. This person seems a lot like clutter that needs to be cleaned up. Yeah. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted charms. So I'm excited for the charms. Somebody requested them back, and I don't know why I didn't use them too much lately, but they're back now. So let's see. Something went nearly on the floor. Intuitively, you're stepping into a clean slate, I think, here, because this landed on my left thigh. I think you're the white one for me is a clean slate, detaching from old things. So I think intuitively, you are stepping into a clean slate sort of energy, a new picture. Yeah, there's maybe a withdrawal also of physical just attention, you know, and not even sexual, just like, and that's very uncomfortable, I feel like. I think and that might, for you, maybe even with the red thing, get you attached sexually, because that's where you draw physical attention from, because the just very non-sexual physical attention is somehow not given to you. I don't like it. I don't like it. There is an element of clarity and new understanding with the copper here, that there is something that's valuable here in this connection, but at the same time there needs to be clarity, more clarity, and it's very, very important now to not approach the situation with too many emotions, which I don't see, because there is no cups really, actually, and too many cups and too much water energy and too much emotions would now ruin this connection even more. I think it's really important now to go into this very analytically, very clearly, with the highest insight that you have here with the High Priestess. We have the copper here that is oxidized, and I always say with this, too much water ruins the valuable things. So too many emotions poured into it can also ruin something. If the emotions are overbearing or are making you do things, decide things that are not very constructive for a relationship. This person, I think, out of love and balance for themselves, they're trying to get into this more stable state, and they're trying to practice self-love, I think, but they're not there yet, and I think they don't want to burden anybody else with that. It's like a little bit of a pride thing, especially with the Ace of Wands in reverse. So yeah, that's what oh yeah, and the nail. I think it's really hurtful that you're not getting the attention that you think you deserve, or you have to kind of like beg for attention or beg for, you know, just regular physical, like how you would want to treat a person that you're having a connection with, where the physicality is not just sexual, you know, where it's just a nice gentle touch, or just something that is a hug, or yeah, something just tender and nice that doesn't necessarily mean something sexual or has a sexual connotation. So yeah, with the nail, I think that's a very hurtful, stings, you know, it's like every time that happens, it's like another nail in the coffin kind of situation. So yes, Pisces, that's your reading. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe, like, comment if you enjoy or like these readings. Oh, and I just saw, here is the feminine energy here on your side, very strong. and it came to clean it up. It's a feminine stone. I think let things come towards you with this. Stay in your power, stay in your grounding, especially with the High Priestess, you have that power. And yeah, just don't let the trash in. I know it's difficult. And there is, I mean, we're embracing the trashiness in ourselves as well when we're letting the trash in, and I totally get that. And I think everybody, you know, we should not be on our high horses all the time, but don't invite the trash in. If the trash is knocking on your door, and then you might maybe answer, there is already enough trash in this house that I need to get rid of in this house, you know what I mean? So yeah, stay in your feminine energy, stay creative, within your power, to understand your power that you can create your environment and make your environment beautiful. That's what I see with this beautiful stone. All right, so yeah, check out the description box for information. Please subscribe, like, comment, help me spread those videos, because I am really trying to gain more reach. And as you know, there's a lot of readers here on YouTube, and since this channel used to be a bilingual channel and now split it up, I'm really gonna try to continuously grow this and also step more into the English speaking side of YouTube. So if you want to help me with that, then I would be very, very grateful. Thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.